The march is just beginning. We're seeing the first remnants, or not the remnants, but the vanguard occur. We're seeing policemen clear out University Street, University Boulevard, south of Queen's Park. We're live reporting on the scene here in Toronto, Canada, on University Boulevard. There are individuals way out ahead, some of the banners and everything. There's cameras been set up in the middle of the street to get a front end shot, a video shot. There's a crowd that's gathered right in the middle of the street right now with umbrellas. It's rainy here in Toronto, Canada. It is the 26th of June, 2010, and we're south of Queen's Park. Here comes some of the first banners. We're going to see a plethora of differing kinds of groups march today in Toronto. We have some socialist groups. We have labor groups. We have groups of all kinds. And they'll be pretty well identified by the very banners that they're carrying. There's umbrellas galore out here, so it's hard to see. Sometimes they obscure the signs that they're carrying. But you're going to see in Indian occupation of Kashmir. There's Pakistanis and Kashmirs here. They're trying to lobby on behalf of their constituents in the state of Kashmir. It's been a disputed area between India and Pakistan for years. We have policemen on bikes here. They're wearing yellow rain gear with these crash helmets. We've got photographers galore. We've got other video people all over the place. It's beginning to be a real march. There are virtually thousands of marchers. I could not estimate exactly the number at this time, but there are virtually thousands of marchers. We're seeing the first vanguard of marchers come through now. The G20, get out. Protesters are not anarchists or terrorists. That's one of the signs that reads. There's all kinds of people here. They're very fine Canadians out marching. They've come in from all over Canada, you can tell. They've got their rain gear on. Toronto is 5 million plus city. We've got policemen here estimated at 10,000 or more in Toronto, Canada today. This is June 26, 2010. We're live from University Boulevard. South of the Queen's Park is where they gathered today. They started the march approximately at 1:30 p.m. That would be Eastern Daylight Time. This is George Butler reporting. We're live on the scene with our video running. And here we have some more signs. Boycott. Yes. They're espousing boycotts. They're actually on both sides of the boulevard. We have a divided boulevard here, and they are marching down on both sides. There are so many thousands of people here. They're virtually occupying both lanes, the north and the southbound lane, and they're all marching south towards the bay. I'm at Mount Sinai Hospital. There's a shelter here, an overhang, and they were gracious enough to allow me to do taping underneath this overhang, this porch here. There's people using their cameras to do some video shooting. Young man in front there. They've got a drum corps here. Oh my gosh. Let them stay. War resistors support campaign. I'll swing around and show you a little bit of the other side too. On the other side of the road that you're viewing now is the other lane, which would be normally a northbound lane. There are all kinds of people in the middle of the street, congregating, talking, being interviewed. Videographers are everywhere, thank goodness. We have a big blimp over there too. Watch this blimp come out from behind these trees here. Okay, police state. One lady's carrying a G20, has the Nazi emblem. Fascism is another sign. There's a videographer out here in the street with a red and black on with an umbrella. He's got a camera out there. He's taking his own video. Oh, yes. We won't pay for their crisis. That's what one sign is saying. G20, the Nazi emblem, fascism. Lift the siege of Gaza is another sign there, right center of your screen now. There's Palestinians here fighting for the Gaza liberation cause, at least to lift that siege and lift that blockade. It's getting strung out at times. There's one group that's sort of standstill at this time. They're beginning to move again. There's individuals walking along on both sides. There's virtually thousands of marchers here. It's hard to estimate exactly at this time. This is George Butler reporting live from Toronto, Canada, June 26th, 2010. We're viewing the parade that was planned here today in protest of the G20 meeting. They're saying all kinds of things. There's labor units, there's socialists, there are people, Palestinians standing up for Gaza, the Gaza crisis. That sign, we won't pay for their crisis. They're sort of stand still at points in this. They're moving really slow at times. The number of people involved in this should show the G20 leaders that the Canadians are really serious about the formation of this new financial system, and they are really adamantly against it. They're chanting now, the crowd is, as it passes. Here comes that blimp. Let's get a shot of that. There it is. United Steelworkers, USW. They've got a blimp out here, a little inflatable blimp. A lot of union activity here in Toronto, Canada. Just a few days ago, driving around and being in Queens Park, you wouldn't have imagined that this great a number of people would come here today, Saturday, June 26, 2010, and march against the G20. This is a city of 5 million, over 5 million people, Toronto, Canada. So many of those people were local, but it looks like they've come from all over Canada to protest the G20, the G8. The G20 should take notice of the number of people turning out today and say, hey, there's something disturbing about the reorganization of the World Bank and the IMF and into this new superstructure. And these Canadians are coming out today and standing up and being counted and saying we're against this. Greenpeace, big banner there. Here's a yellow sign coming up, change bankruptcy law. The change bankruptcy law says pay workers first. Finally got to see it. It was obscured by people walking in front. So the change bankruptcy law banner with the green and yellow says pay workers first. Protesting against low wages.
to obey the police line. When it is the fence, that is an affront. That is an affront. That is something like, see, but yeah, you know, like it's.
Well, what they have to do law, what they have, they say so.
Yeah, I heard about it, and I heard about the issue, the controversy around this law, yeah, because basically it's supposed to be public. Every new powers are given to.
Yeah, there was special powers given to police on a harassment charge that violated charter or something.
Yeah.
See, you're under the gun.
Where are you from? Where are you from? No, where are you from? Oh, from United States? Yeah, a friend of mine, he just explained me this notion of subject citizen and sovereign citizen. So that is what he said, that these are the subject citizens and the Americans are sovereign citizens. So it's pretty much different.
I gave this to Dr. Sherman. She spoke at National.
Actually, I'm setting up an organization and I'll send you my website for my organization. I'm setting up an organization, an environmental organization, and I'll send you my website. Maybe, you know, I'm trying to see if people are interested in this. It's nothing, it's a different issue than what is here, pretty much.
Well, it's still going in Vegas. How many more are up there?
I don't know, but it's, yeah, as I said, I saw media from around the world. I saw Reuters, I saw Agence France Press, I saw media from around the world, yeah.
Are these anarchists here?
But you know, if you look yesterday, I don't know if you were here yesterday.
I was here.
There's the police cordon, please don't say that, because we're not moving nowhere. No, we're not moving nowhere.
Yeah, the Canadians are different than Americans.
Yeah, definitely.
They think differently. They're more honest about subdivision than Americans. Americans take subdivision and violent. See what I mean? Isn't that right? So, yeah, I know some of the differences.
How can I send you an email? How can I send you an email?
Go to greencity.com.
Greencity.com?
Greencity.com, yeah. at it for 25, 30 years. Took me a while to get to this. In 92, I came up with this idea. I came up here to give it to the group.
Well, if you read my website, you might find out that we have some similar points
Well,
of thinking.
if you have a piece of paper, write it down on there or something.
It's, as I said, it's not related to
Here, write it
these
down on
things.
something on the back of that.
And you might
Yeah,
find
here.
it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not an important issue. It's a very important issue, but it's it's called International Organization for the Protection and Welfare of Squirrels.
What's it called?
It is called International Organization for the Protection and Welfare of Squirrels. And you will see what is the relation between the natural relation between our living bodies with the earth
Okay.
and with the land, and
Okay.
what are our contributions.
I'm running out of tape right there. I need to switch over.
Please don't take it for granted. It really has important things in it. It looks, because it's the squirrels, like everybody thinks like it's something laughable, but it's not. But it has,
After you get that worked out, you'll see how sweet that is.
I'm going
You know what I
to
mean?
work with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Have a
Okay.
good day.
You
Enjoy
too.
Toronto.
Okay. Bye-bye.